Yeah. Sorry guys, please, keep this footage. Keep this footage. Let's go.
No heavyweight moves like him.
No one moves like him, man.
He moves like a 185er.
It's crazy.
It's nuts.
With that kind of explosive and that power, it's crazy.
Crazy speed for a heavyweight.
Joe Rogan has reacted to newly leaked sparring footage of Tom Aspinall, and it has sent the MMA world into overdrive. Aspinall is back in camp and back in the gym, and based on what's been seen behind closed doors, this doesn't look like the same calm, patient, and respectful heavyweight fans have grown accustomed to over the past year.
Think about Dana White saying Tom didn't continue.
Tom didn't want to continue in the fight, so.
And then also, who gives it to eye pokes?
Who gives it?
Well, listen, I didn't continue. I'll tell you why I didn't continue. Because I'm not a dummy. Like, I'm not going to go out there and fight one of the best strikers in the world if I can't see. I know, as an MMA fighter, look, things are going to happen in the fight that compromise you. Go back and watch my fight with Arlovsky. At the end of the first round, he punched me right in the eyeball.
Final 20 seconds of the first round. Oh, big right from Arlovsky.
For the rest of that fight, I couldn't see him out that eye. That's fine. If you get punched or kicked in the eye, that's fine. If you get double eye poked in both eyes and you've got no vision because of a foul, why should I carry on so some dummy can look and say, oh yeah, Tom just got knocked out? Because I ain't going to fight if I can't see anything because of a foul.
So for Tom, unfortunately, and even his dad said this, he's like, Tom has 3 fights left on his contract and then we're going to get a boxing super fight. We're out of here. Because think about it. Well, let's say he beats Ciryl Gane, right? So we're never seeing that again. Who else would you pay to see him fight? Now it's going to be free on...
Only John Jones. Only.
Yeah, so he has 3 fights left. So you're going to get Ciryl Gane. He'll get the winner of Alex John, which happened at the White House. And then maybe fight if he loses that, which he will if it's John. If he were to lose that, he fights the loser of John versus Alex. Those are your 3 fights from Tom. And then you go to box, because let's say he re-signed for 6 fights. Who are you going to watch him fight? Volkov, or he beat him?
Are you
Pavlich, or he beat him?
Yeah.
Curtis Blaydes, he beat him.
Yeah.
Almeida, he doesn't deserve to be in the top 5. Acosta, those top fucking, besides Curtis Blaydes, 2 through 15 aren't even in the top 25 of this 2015. So for Tom, he was born at the wrong fucking time.
Some reporters think that because I think that he should box because it's more money, that affected him in the fight. I've never heard as much as people saying what I say affects Tom in a fight. I say loads of things to loads of people. People who are around me all the time know that. Boxers are around me all the time. It's just because of the money. And it's back to, if your son was a fighter, would you sooner fight for a ton of money or not a ton of money? It's a no-brainer, but people still have a narrative of what a fight is.
Does Tom want to go into the boxing world and maybe fight a Tyson Fury, maybe fight a Deontay Wilder?
I don't know if he does, but I think if you get into that top percentage of the sport, the UFC do not pay anywhere near as much as the boxing does. And I know, being around Tom every day, that when he spars good boxers, he spars good. So I think he'd do really well against a real high-class boxer.
With Zuffa Boxing under Dana White's leadership, do you think there could be an eventual crossover where you get a massive super fight that could be on a Netflix?
It doesn't depend on me, that depends on Dana White, but I think Tom has the ability, because I've seen him box at the highest level against some real good guys, that he could be at that level.
Is a Tom Aspinall driven by frustration, anger, and unfinished business? The footage circulating right now shows Aspinall sparring with a level of aggression we haven't seen from him before. Faster entries, heavier combinations, no hesitation. There's urgency in everything he does, and the message is clear. This isn't a comeback, it's a statement. Joe Rogan hasn't broken it down publicly, frame by frame, but the reaction across the MMA world is exactly what you'd expect. Fighters, coaches, and analysts are all saying the same thing. This version of Aspinall looks dangerous.
A lot of people are talking shit about Tom, but he apparently still can't see. Here's the thing. The other eye got hurt as well, but not as bad, but it looks way worse. The finger goes way deeper in the other eye.
And you know, it's crazy that everyone that talks the most has never been poked in the eye. Not even a little bit, like accidentally.
Oh, it's horrible. The idea that you can't see and then you're supposed to fight a guy, it should be an instant 1-point deduction.
He doesn't have detached retina. There's no damage to the eye. So, you know, he should heal up soon, and we'll figure out when we can make the fight again. He's at home. He's recovering. And as soon as he's able to fight again, we'll book the rematch.
Tom's the one that's getting absolutely slaughtered online, and Tom's the one 6 weeks later still having to go to the doctor and still can't train and do any kind of combat. So he's the man that's living with this, okay? So you understand, you kind of will get emotional, you will be pissed off, and you will think that Ciryl Gane was doing that on purpose. I still don't, okay? I don't think Ciryl Gane did that on purpose. What you want to do is crack someone in the face, and when the hands are out, when you go to grab, if someone comes in to take you down or whatever, sometimes that happens. That's why this whole rule of the fingers being up, not allowed there, but they're allowed there, is stupid.
This is number one bullshit.
Because what happens when someone comes forward and you got to grab them, because you can grab, you're allowed to in the rules, fingers go haywire, go into eyes.
What are your thoughts, by the way, on the Aspinall Gane fight? What did you think about the outcome of that fight?
I'm a little bit surprised, you know. Have to be like more easy for Aspinall, but I think Ciryl doing like very well. Defense first thing. Very interesting, like second, third round, but it's fight is finished now. It's gonna be a good rematch, you know.
Yeah, that'd be
now it's people understand they're both guys in the same level. The rematch is gonna be soon, I think.
Well, Ciryl Gane has provided an update since he last fought Tom Aspinall and poked his eyes out. The UFC have told him he doesn't have an opponent just yet, but he's still grinding away and he's training over with Tai Tuivasa. And Tom Aspinall responded.
Bully Aspinall makes an appearance and he said, no, there's not a date yet. I'm not medically cleared to fight and have to have surgery thanks to your disgusting fingernails. I'll be back soon to smash your face in. You cheat.
But I love this side of Tom. He doesn't give a shit. He's not trying to please the UFC and be a company man. He's just saying f you to everyone. And this makes me excited for the eventual matchup.
But what's more concerning for me is he's having surgery. Like, I feel like that's kind of news.
It's a very serious injury, but he's not ruling out that he will be back.
Looming over all of this is one name: Ciryl Gane. A rematch that already carried tension now has real heat. The first fight left questions, not because of skill, but because of circumstance. Aspinall knows that. Everyone knows that. That's why this footage matters so much. This isn't just training, it's preparation for revenge. Stylistically, this is terrifying for the division. Aspinall already had elite speed for a heavyweight, already had clean boxing, already had high-level grappling, but now there's intent behind it. He's not just touching shots anymore, he's committing to them.
Who'd you guys think was winning the fight? Who'd you have? I thought that Ciryl was winning the fight. If there was ever a time for a draw, that was about a draw. Or Ciryl. Stopping that takedown was a huge deal. So now you have a question of kickboxing. And Ciryl was really moving well, but the number one thing that he did was his reactions and his reflexes defensively. Tom throws a punch and Ciryl actually just turns and looks the other way as the punch missed, but he did a number of things. He was covering, he was rolling. Ciryl landed a big shot. Turns out Tom's got one hell of a chin. The fight was a bit of a surprise for Tom and their team. The fight was turning into what was going to look like a long, drawn-out contest. Who do you think was getting the better of it? If we were to take what we had, which is essentially one round, and do that 4 more times, who do you believe would have won?
Make a fist, make a loose fist. It's not hard. That's all that's going to happen. But anyway, so Tom's saying that, and he's getting absolutely slaughtered online. A lot of people are talking shit, okay? All you've got to do is Google his name, look on Instagram, look on Twitter, and some of the comments are just ridiculous. I'm not going to go through them one by one because, number one, there's just too many of them, right? But most of it is people that have never fought a day in their life. They don't understand. And either they're just fans of John Jones, they're fans of Ciryl Gane, or they're just haters. The world is full of it, certainly online and certainly on Twitter, right? There's a lot of it. There's a lot of shit out there. And you've just got to ignore that, right? And try and focus on the positive. It's like Happy Gilmore said, harness the good energy, block the bad.
Is it always like this with the TV cameras and the people and stuff? Oh yeah, a lot of pressure. You got to rise above it. You got to harness in the good energy, block out the bad. Harness, energy, block, bad. Feel the flow, Happy.
Easier said than done, and it's easier to get a thicker skin like I have over the years when you've been in the spotlight for 20 years. Tom's still relatively new to this, and 1 minute is the bell of the ball, the next minute everyone online is talking. okay? And that's a hard thing to deal with. You got to remember, yeah, he's a big, gigantic dude and he's the heavyweight champion of the world, but deep down inside, he's still only a human being. And it seems that the entire fan base has turned their back on him and they're talking crap, okay? So yeah, it doesn't feel good. Like there's one right here. Tom is the most overrated fighter in UFC history. It's just absolutely laughable. This guy is becoming an embarrassment. Bro's going out so sad. He's lucky he doesn't have to fight me. I mean, that one's just laughable.
Imagine fight night. That's why fans aren't just talking about Gane anymore. They're talking about what comes next. Because if Aspinall gets through Gane, especially if he does it violently, the entire heavyweight division shifts overnight. Suddenly, the title picture becomes unavoidable. There's no room to stall, no room to delay, no room to hide behind politics. This version of Tom Aspinall doesn't feel like someone waiting for permission. He feels like someone coming to take it. Joe Rogan has said many times that heavyweight MMA changes fast, and moments like this are usually the turning points. One camp, one mindset shift, one version of a fighter that arrives angrier than before. And if this really is the start of that version of Tom Aspinall, the division could be in serious trouble.